Hello again and welcome to Earth Magic Brunner channel. I was wondering whether to post this video or not because it's quite personal, but it's the story of a trip to Svaty, Hostyn, tracking the Templar line and other lines, and an experience. Now I've made a video about Svaty, Hostyn and gone into the history. It's on my channel, Earth Magic Brunner. Please subscribe whilst you're there. And do like and share, it helps me out. But what first intrigued me was the picture up there on Svaty Hostyn building itself of Mary and Jesus, which to me is actually a depiction of Merkosh and Perun, Perun being the sky god, throwing lightning down at Veles on the planet held by Merkosh, the mother goddess of the Slavic pantheon. But it also turned out to be a place where there was definitely a vortex of energy, and in fact I dowsed during the course of the day at least 5 major Type 4 lines coming into this building and forming a massive energy vortex in the middle. And so I went into the church and I meditated in the centre of this beautiful basilica, and the experience that I had blew my mind, literally. It absolutely devastated me, in a good way. But here is me trying to say something sensible for the video after this experience. Well, that was quite the experience, standing in that vortex in the middle of the church. The guy playing the organ did his best to distract me, but in an atmosphere like that, it's impossible. And what I did was I pore breathed. I pore breathed the earth energies in and my weakened state out. And for a moment I thought I was levitating. I was off balance and I felt like I was levitating. The tears are rolling down my face even as I speak. The experience was just unbelievable. I suddenly realised we are really all one thing. Humanity's lost its way. It took me a good while to recover. It was a good experience. It was just I was shocked. I felt literally like I was levitating. I had to open my eyes and steady myself because I thought I was up in the air. And the feeling I got of oneness, everything being one, and the rush of energy was just sensational. After I'd steadied myself, I went down the hill towards the other chapel, which is this, and to the natural spring that emanates from the hillside. There was water flowing that day, but from the set of taps below this wall, which is where it usually comes out. And then I decided I'd walk back down the hill rather than taking the bus. Something that I thought was about 3 kilometres and turned out to be 5.5 kilometres, but it allowed me to do some dowsing in multiple circles around the hill and to do more work in terms of figuring out what these energy lines are doing as they come in to the vortex on the top of the hill at Svaty Hostyn. This is probably one of the most powerful earth energy centres I've ever experienced. I shall be going back. I'm going to try that pore breathing exercise again. It plainly did something, and it shocked me that I kind of jumped out of my shell and burst into tears because it was such a deep and wonderful experience. As for the Templar line, I'm going to have to go back, to be honest, to try to untangle all of these lines and figure out if the Templar line is one of them. So stay tuned and please subscribe for further updates on the Templar.